Hey guys, welcome to and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I want to get on here and show you guys some of my recipes. Now the reason why I am inspired to do this is because I did a video some time ago about falling in love with vegetables, the different things you can do to make your vegetables taste good, and just, really being versatile with it, being unique with your vegetables, getting excited about your vegetables. So I did that video and I got a couple of comments, wanting me to elaborate on some recipes, wanting me to go into depth to what I really do in the kitchen, and wanting me to show you guys my recipes. So I am truly excited to show you some of these recipes. I'm excited for you guys to come into my kitchen. I am looking forward to it. So today we're going to be making a vegetable style, a pizza style stuffed pepper. We're also going to be doing like a red roasted potato, and we're going to be doing a side salad as well. So let's get into it. Let's check out some of these ingredients. So you guys, we are going to actually start with the red potatoes. That takes the longest to cook, so I want to go ahead and get these chopped up, get these seasoned, and actually get these in the oven. Right now I have my oven preheating at 400 degrees, so that can be nice and hot about time we get to these potatoes. I'm just using a regular red potato, and I will show you exactly what I am doing with it. Now with a potato this size, I usually like to cut them in quarters. So I'm just gonna cut a few of them in quarters here. I don't know, I like cutting everything in quarters. I like it. You can do halves if you want the pieces of the potatoes to be bigger, whatever your preference is, but I think they cook quicker when you just cut them in smaller pieces. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go through, take a few of these, cut them up. Once they're all cut up, we're gonna rinse them in cold water. Maybe let them sit in cold water for about 5 minutes or so. That's gonna take some of the starch out of them, and then from there we will get them seasoned up. All right, so I have my potatoes here. I've cut them up, I've rinsed them off, I placed them in a bowl. Okay. Also, I have 1 tablespoon of this avocado oil, and I'm just using a tablespoon just because that's a serving, easy to measure. It doesn't matter how many potatoes you have in there, however much oil you want to use, that's fine, but you really don't need a lot for this. All right, I have the oil in there, so I'm just gonna make sure everything is kind of coated evenly. The potatoes are covered in the oil, so just kind of dance them around in there. And as far as the spices, what I'll be using for the potatoes, I have a steak seasoning here. This right here is the secret ingredient. This is, it pretty much has salt in this, so you really don't need to use any salt outside of what's in here. And I also have garlic powder. So just the garlic and the steak seasoning is what's going on these potatoes, and that's about it. So once I get these coated, get these seasoned up, they are going to go in the oven, 400 degrees, for about 45 minutes to an hour. Okay, so about at 45 minutes, you can check to see if they're tender, check to see if you can put your fork in it or whatnot. If not, just leave it in there for about 15 more minutes or so. Okay, we are going to start working on the stuffed peppers next. I'm using 3 peppers, 2 green, 1 red. If you want to use yellow peppers, you can. If you want to use all green, you can. You can do whatever you want with it. I'm just going to use 2 green, 1 red pepper for this. What I'm going to do with the peppers, I'm going to cut them in half, get out the seeds, get out the middle parts of them, rinse them off, and we will go from there. Look at there, look at there. Perfect, perfect. So guys, for these peppers, for the seasoning, for the spices, I will be using a complete seasoning here, which is kind of like an Italian seasoning. Garlic salt, oregano leaves, onion powder, red pepper flakes, and I will be topping it with some parsley. Okay, as far as my vegetables, I will be using spinach, zucchini, mushrooms, cherry tomatoes, and olives. As far as my cheeses, I will be using a little bit of mozzarella cheese, some Parmesan cheese, and some Feta cheese. And I will also be using brown rice and just any kind of pizza sauce you can find. This is something I already had in my house, so this is what I'm using. All right. I am going to chop up these vegetables, and I am going to show you how I am going to layer these peppers. Guys, I'm super excited. This is gonna come out so good. Ugh. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do right now is actually start working with some of this rice here, okay? So I just got a bowl of brown rice, not a lot. It's about maybe 2 servings of brown rice in here for 3 full peppers. So what I'm going to do is actually work with this as if it's ground beef or any kind of ground meat, ground turkey or whatnot. So I'm going to take our pizza sauce. I'm going to put a good little amount in this brown rice here. So I put in maybe about 4 spoonfuls, and I'm just going to mix it in just to see how much more I might need. Which that might be good for now, because I'm not trying to get it drenched in the sauce. I'm just trying to get a little bit of flavor into this rice. And so I am also going to go in and season my rice with some of that Italian seasoning that I was mentioning earlier. So just go in, give it a good little amount, not too much. I'm going to go in with some oregano as well. And again, I'm just treating this rice as if it's ground beef. So if you are a meat eater, you can, instead of using the brown rice, you can use any kind of ground beef or ground meat. If you're vegan, of course, you don't have to use the cheese, which you will see me using a little bit later. But this is really, really versatile. You can switch out any ingredients you want. This is just what I'm using to give you guys an idea. All right. So I'm going to get this mixed up, and we are going to start layering these peppers. Alright, so I went in and I just took some garlic salt and I just started going in with my peppers a little bit. So just kind of giving the peppers some flavor in there. Alright, now the first layer I want to add spinach. I'm adding the spinach for bulk, and you know, it's a low calorie food. I like spinach. So that's going to be the first layer I add to these peppers. Once I add the spinach, I'm going to go in with this rice that I mixed here, and I'm going to stuff it with the rice. I like doing it this way because the rice kind of holds down the spinach. You know, before spinach cooks, it's so big and it takes up a lot of space. So I just want to go in with the rice now, and I'm gonna make sure I really have it pressed down in here because I'm gonna be adding a lot of ingredients to these peppers. These peppers are gonna be overflowing, so I'm actually looking forward to that, and I can't wait to see how they turn out. Alright, so once I add that rice, I'm going to start going in with some of my vegetables and adding them. I have a little bit of zucchini right here. Tried to chop it up somewhat fine. Zucchini and mushroom. I'm also going to add some of those cherry tomatoes here. So right now, again, we have the zucchini, the mushroom, and the tomatoes. Alright, once I have that, I'm going to go back in with my pizza sauce and put a layer of pizza sauce on top of those vegetables. Guys, I'm so excited. If I haven't said it already. Sarcasm. So, good little amount of the pizza sauce here going in on top of those vegetables. This is going to be grand. And now I am going to start going in with some of my cheeses and making my layers here. So again, I'm using mozzarella cheese, Parmesan cheese, and I'm also using feta. So I'm going to start with the feta cheese. I got just a little crumbles here. I'm just gonna go in and start laying it down. Like I said, these things are gonna overflow, so they're gonna be everywhere, but I want it messy. I want a lot of ingredients on these things. So we got the feta. We got the grated Parmesan here. So I'm going in with that next. And then I am going to go in with the mozzarella. After I add my cheeses on there, I want to go and add a few olives on here last. I just like having some of the toppings on top of the pizza, on top of the stuffed peppers. I just like the way it looks. It makes me happy. I'm going to go in, have some olives right there. And there you have it. So I'm going to go in, start building these things up. We are going to put these in the oven. Same 400 degree oven, and we're gonna leave those in there for anywhere between about 25-30 minutes or so. Of course, check, make sure cheeses are melted, everything is looking good. So about 30 minutes, and we're gonna pop them out. So let's get to it, and next we'll do the salad. Okay guys, these are ready to go into the oven. I did spray the bottom of the pan with a cooking spray, you know, your non-stick cooking spray. So again, I'm going to put these in the oven for about 30 minutes or so. All right, I can't wait to see how they look when they come out. Yay! Let's talk about this side salad real quick, okay? So basically what I have in here is some romaine lettuce, some spinach, chopped up a cucumber, some cherry tomatoes, and some shredded carrots. Now, I don't eat salad dressing, but as far as like the spices and everything that's in here, I have some black pepper and just a little bit of celery salt to give it a much needed flavor. So that is my salad. And you see how big it is? Yes. All right, would you check this out? I just got these babies out of the oven and oh my goodness, they are perfect. So I ended up keeping them in there for an hour. I chopped the pieces a little bit bigger than usual, so an hour, about 5 minutes on 400 degrees in the oven, and they are perfect. So once we have our peppers ready, which is about maybe 8 minutes on them or so, I am going to plate everything. I'm going to try it, see how it turned out. And yo, we're going to get busy. We're going to talk about these calories as well. Guys, these peppers are straight out of the oven. So take a look at that. You know, this video does it absolutely no justice. So now that we have that out the oven, what I am going to do is sprinkle it with a little bit of red pepper flakes. Totally optional, you don't need this part. And then I'm going to go right behind it and garnish it off with some parsley. This is my favorite. All right, so let's get everything plated and let's eat. All right, here we go. Let's start with the potatoes. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Oh my God. I'm sorry. That is good. Jeez Louise. Oh my goodness. That's a stuffed pepper right there. Oh man. Jeez. These things can get messy and they're messy to cook or whatnot, but it's worth it. Oh geez, this is hot. I'm gonna hurt myself. Oh wow. Jeez.